Today we will proceed this chapter. We will start water. It is universal solvent. It is called universal solvent. Why it is called universal solvent? Because it can dissolve almost all the substances. Almost means almost all except gold and platinum. No one other solvent can dissolve this amount of substances. First of all, what is solvent? Solvent is a substance which can dissolve anything, like water dissolves sugar. So, water is solvent. Solute, which dissolves in another substance, means sugar, dissolve in water. So, sugar is your solute. Then, what is solution? A homogeneous mixture of solvent and solid. So, water and sugar sugar is dissolved in water to form a solution. There are two types of solutions. One is your water, natural solvent. Natural solvent. There are two types of not solution. Sorry for my words. There are two types of solvent. One is water, it is your natural solvent or inorganic solvent, and another one is your organic solvent. Organic solvent, we have studied what is organic compound, the compound which contains carbon. So, these carbon sulfide alcohol formula is your CH3OH, or this is called methyl alcohol C2H5OH. It is your ethyl alcohol. Benzene, its formula is C6H6. This is carbon tetrachloride, chloroform. They all contains carbon and they have the capacity to dissolve the substances. Therefore, they are called organic solvents. So, you studied these things. I have told you this. Ki solution, it is what? Solute plus solvent. Common example of solute or solvent or solution in our daily life: sugar solution, salt solution, this and that. So, the solution which is made in water, which is prepared in water, like salt and water, solution of salt and water, solution of sugar and water, they are called, the solution which contains water are called aqueous solution, while those solution which do not contain water, they are called non-aqueous solution. So while solution made by other solvents, they are called non-aqueous solution. Other solvent means like organic solvents. What I told you, some common solvents other than water is alcohol, carbon tetrachloride, benzene, carbon disulfide, so on. Though now the liquids of fruit juice, alcohol, vinegar, they also dissolve in water. See, they are called miscible liquids. Actually, what is miscible liquids? The liquids which mix up, mix up in water are called miscible liquids, and the liquid which do not mix up with water are immiscible liquids, like petrol, kerosene oil, mustard oil never mix up with water. So it is called, they are called immiscible liquids. Now, what is the effect of temperature on the solubility of substance? Solubility of a substance increases if we increase the temperature. The solubility of a solid solutes generally increases with the increase of temperature. See, if we take 1 glass of water, if it dissolves 10 spoon of sugar, now it will dissolve 13, 14 spoons of sugar. When? If we heat it. But solubility of a gas decreases with an increase of temperature. This is the reason when we used to drink warm water in cold season, winter season, it gives us different taste. Why it gives different taste? Because that is why gas dissolved in water, they easily escapes. When we warm the water, when we heat the water in the winter season, the gases dissolved in water, they goes out and gives us another taste. Now, effect of pressure on solubility of a substance. Pressure's effect. Pressure has almost no effect on solubility. But in case solid substances, solubility on the solid substance, pressure has no effect. But for the gases, the amount of a gas dissolved in water means solubility of a gas increases. Of gas, my dear friends, it increases cup with the increase of pressure, and solubility of gas decreases with decrease in pressure. That is why this carbonated drinks, cold drinks, it is also called carbonated drinks, which contain carbon dioxide, they are packed at high pressure. This gas is packed at high pressure, which contains large amount of gases dissolved in it. Now, what are the importance of gas? Salt and minerals dissolved in it. So, natural water contains dissolved gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. What is the importance? So, oxygen gas dissolved in water is the main source of survival for the aquatic lives, marine lives. Carbon dioxide dissolved in water is used by the plants for photosynthesis to make their foods. Nitrogen dissolved in water, it converts to nitrogenous compounds by the bacteria. Now it used for the it is used as proteins by the aquatic animals. Some of the salts dissolved in natural water, they are essential for our growth. And this also gives us taste. It is essential. Now, capacity of water and dissolve. I mean, here capacity of water to dissolve substances means to capacity to make the solution. So, first we see in copy the solutions is a homogeneous mixture of solvent and solute. We had seen there are two types of solution. On the basis of dissolution of solute, on the basis of amount of dissolution, solution are of three types: unsaturated, saturated, and supersaturated. On the basis of amount of solute dissolved, and on the basis of size of the solute, on the basis of size of solute, once again the solution are of two types: true solution, suspension, and colloids. See, it is very easy. Suppose there is a glass. It can, suppose it has this amount of water. It has a capacity to dissolve 15 spoons of salt. 15 spoons. Now, if we add only 5 spoons, means it can dissolve any more 10 more spoons. Condition is that there should be no increase or decrease in temperature for this and another one, saturated में. कि suppose, my dear friends, if you don't mind for my words, if you are hungry, you have the capacity to eat 4 breads, and if you are given only 1 bread, will you be satisfied? Similarly is the case here. You will not be satisfied. So, if this amount of water, 1 glass of water has the capacity to dissolve 15 spoons of salt or sugar, now if we are dissolving only 5, So it has the capacity to dissolve 10 more spoons. So such solution is called unsaturated. What is the condition? We will neither increase or decrease the temperature. Now, if we go on dissolving and dissolving, it will dissolve all 15. So after dissolving 15 spoons, now it has no capacity to dissolve next one spoon. Means now this will be called, after dissolving 15, it will be called saturated solution. Now it is saturated. Why? Because it cannot dissolve any more solute at this temperature. But now if we heat this, means now we are increasing the temperature, it may dissolve one or two or three more spoons of sugar. But one stage will come, you go on heating. Now it cannot dissolve more than, suppose it dissolves 18. But one stage will come that this solution, means this water will not dissolve more than 18. Go on heating. But after 18, 19, when no more solute is dissolved, such solution is called super solution. It is very easy. So then on the basis of size of the on the basis of size of particles, there are three types of solutions. One is your true solution, in which the size of the solute is minus 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Size of the particle is this. And another one is suspension solution, where the size of the particle, means solute particle, size of solute is more than greater than 10 inverse 7 or 10 to the power minus 7. And colloidal, this is in between. The size of the solute is intermediate, means greater than true solution and less than suspension, means in between. The size of colloids is in between true solution and suspension. So in true solution it is homogeneous. Particle size is 10 inverse 10. It is transparent. Particles of solute are invisible. We cannot see it with naked eyes. Even we cannot see it with ordinary microscope. With electronic or highly magnified microscope, we can see the size of the particles. The particles do not settle down. Have you ever seen that after preparing the solution of sugar and water, sugar settled down at the bottom? No. Have you ever filtered after making the solution? Why? Because solute is dissolved. So solute cannot be filtered. Solute cannot be filtered. So solute particles cannot be filtered. But in suspension, it is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means the solute and solvents are not mixed uniformly. Particle size is greater than 10 inverse 7. It is opaque. We cannot see from this end to that end. Particles can be seen even with our naked eyes. Particles settle down at the bottom after some times. Particles cannot pass through the filter paper, means particles of the solution. Which solution? Suspension. Particles in or solute in suspension can be filtered. Then colloids, it is also heterogeneous. Size of the particle is intermediate. They are translucent. What is translucent? it can be seen partially. Particles can be seen with the help of powerful magnified or electronic microscope. Particles, they do not settle down. Particle easily passes through ordinary filter paper, but by the those filter paper which have very small and small pores, they are called ultra filters. So their particles, their solutes can be filtered by ultra filter papers. So see you all the best. Wish you a happy Sunday. Bye bye.